Hey folks, I am Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're just going to be taking a look back at the month of April and the things that I worked on, things that went well, and how my investments are going. So for me, I think it's hard to believe that we're already in May. It seems like April went by just way too fast, and it's like, surprise, we're practically into summer. The first day of summer is coming up very shortly now, so I am excited about that. We start off April on a beautiful spring weather. The cherry tree was blossomed, the apple tree was coming in, and it was just beautiful. And I was luckily able to spend an afternoon out in my hammock reading and just taking in everything. And then shortly thereafter, the fourth winter hit, and we went through a lot of snow and hail and downpouring rain throughout most of April, which is a good thing because we really need it. But it also meant that I couldn't do a lot of things outside like I wanted to. So instead, Jackson and I spent a lot of time inside, snuggling and going for walks in his wonderful raincoat that he absolutely despises, but I think is adorably cute. By the end of April, we had a little bit of break in the weather, and I spent a little bit of time outside clearing out the garden section of what will be a garden in the future. The weeds are absolutely terrible, and I only made it through about a third of this before winter hit of clearing out all the gunk that is in there. They used it as essentially like a dog poo receptor, and they would just throw in feces and other things, and so I'm doing a lot of cleaning that out and getting that ready to be harvested and planted and all of that for our garden. But we will have more on that later because it's going to turn into something bigger than just a garden, I think. As far as the business side of things, I think we are moving slow and steady forward, which is to me 1,000 times better than bursts of chaos, so I will take it any day. We had another photography print that sold. After taking out shipping and printing all of that stuff, I made $8.64 on that, not including taxes. And then we had a surprisingly big day for ads on my website. Now, typically, it's a lot lower as far as the amount of money that the companies are willing to pay to place their ads on the website, but we had one day right at the end of April where it was almost $600 per 1,000 views that the companies that were advertising were willing to pay. And so I saw a good increase from last month. I made 9 cents on ads in the website last month, so we made $1.22 in April, bringing up the business income to $9.86. But it is all about those baby steps, and I am happy to see that come in. As far as investments go, the stock market closed out on a very low note. April 29th was the last day of trading in the stock market, and it bottomed out for a lot of people. Most companies closed out in red. My portfolio dropped over 3% in just that last day of trading. So I ended up with my portfolio being valued at $29,657, and we took a loss overall of about 5.7% in the red. So not a good month as far as the stock market goes. But we've seen that already this month. January and February were negative months for us, and March was our only positive month, so overall we're doing all right. We ended up earning $125.65 in dividends from 21 different companies that paid out their dividends. If you would like to hear more about my dividend breakdown, feel free to check out the video next week where I break down all of the individual dividends that I earned, how I invested that money into more stocks to rebalance my portfolio. Aside from dividend, $1.62 off of lending club interest, and we are just winding things down there. And then again bringing in that high yield savings account for $7.67 for just about $5,500 in this account right now, bringing our total investing returns to $134.94. And I am still donating plasma. I know I was sick the first part of April and missed quite a few donation days for that, just because it's not healthy to go and donate while you're sick. You won't do very well with that. But we still brought in $400 off of that, and so that is a very good side hustle to bring in additional income. And then again, I continued with Rover. I worked with the same client and did a few days of dog walking for them, bringing in another $48. And this puppy is just an angel. She is just so cute and fun to walk. Really enjoy getting to walk her. And then finally, to close out that additional income, I've completed the swing trade with the IPO that I mentioned a couple months back, which is Black Rifle Coffee Company, ticker symbol BRCC, where I saw over a 99% return in 61 days. And with this, if you would like to hear more about what an IPO is, an initial public offering, and how this trade went about, I have made another video that breaks down how that all happened and what an IPO is and things that you can look for as far as investing in them, and I will link that up here as well. But overall, I feel like I have a ton of momentum just propelling me forward right now. I feel very on the up and up with things and have a lot of ideas and the ability to move forward with those ideas, and so I'm excited about it. I am feeling like I'm going to crush May and June and all the way through the summer. I just feel very confident and good right now. One thing I am particularly excited about is actually working on that garden. So I plan on doing a short series with a few videos that breaks down starting the garden, harvesting those vegetables and seeing a cost comparison of how much money you are saving or potentially losing by growing your own garden versus buying those same vegetables in the store. So I think that's going to be a fun way to compare and see how things that you can do in your own life can impact your finances, whether that's saving you a buck or maybe wasting some of your time. I think it'll be fun. I've never had my own garden. I grew up with a garden. My parents still garden, and I did some work on a farm and am familiar with dealing with this, but I have never grown in this side of the state, and I have never grown my own garden. So it will be an adventure that I'm actually excited to see happen. Even if it doesn't work out and I don't get anything out of it this year, it's still going to be fun. And it's going to allow me to get my hands dirty in the process, so it will be fun. And a new goal that has come up is climbing Mount Bora, which is the highest peak in Idaho if you're not familiar with it. My brother climbed it last year and summited all the way to the top, and my other brother is going to try it and has asked me to go with him and his wife on this, and they're planning on going in about 2 months, which is a short window for me to where I'm at physically to be at the level that I would need to be able to complete this hike without dying, So I'm adjusting how I am training to facilitate that. So we're going to see a change as far as strength training to more of a conditioning and leg heavy, because it's a very steep hike. It's like 4 and some change miles up, and you gain a tremendous amount of feet elevation, and so it's a very steep hike that is just going to crush your calves and your legs and come back down. It's going to brutalize your knees, and so I'm putting a lot of effort into training for that now. And if it doesn't work out that we can go, there's another group that is planning to go at the beginning of August. So I could potentially, if I'm not ready in 2 months, I could potentially be ready in, 3 months? May, June, July, 4 months? About 3.5 months. So that is a hike goal that we have, and it's going to be about 9 miles total. Should be about a 12-hour hike if I can do it all. There's Chicken Out Ridge that I'm worried about. So we are adjusting our training for that, and we'll see that kind of impact how my weight loss journey is going right now. So we're still moving forward with that and having fun with it. So I think that wraps up April for me, and ready to tackle May. So I will see you next time, guys.